Hi there everyone and welcome to TAL. Before I start off this video, I want to give a big thank you to David Motors in Ermelo for giving me the opportunity to have a look at this car and do a little video on it. Special thanks to Suleiman for actually organizing it for me. So without further ado, this is the AMG GT 4-door 63S 4MATIC Plus Edition 1. I'm not even kidding, that's the entire name. That's what it is. Let's look at it. With a price tag of 2.9 million rand base and this edition 1 version spec'd to over 3.3 million rand, Mercedes sure does have their work cut out for them to justify this eye-watering price. The GT63S has a platform based on the E-Class and CLS, but modified. One would argue that perhaps this is just another iteration of the company's mid-sized family saloon, but one would be wrong. Mercedes say that this is a stretched out version of their flagship performance car, the AMG GT. And to be honest, it does feel rather special once you get in. There's just something to it, something about it, something I just can't quite put my finger on. And that sets it apart and it makes it feel like it really was developed and it really is a true AMG car. It gives me the fizz, as some would say. On the road they say it feels harder, more aggressive, more sporty, and more performance focused than any other vehicle in the segment. And hopefully I'll get to experience that soon. But from what I've seen so far, I'm anything but disappointed. So what you're looking at here is the GT63S's engine. It's a 4-liter bi-turbo V8. The same V8 you get in the C63S, G63, all of those models. In the GT63 4-door, you get the regular GT63 and the GT63S. This one is the S edition one even. We'll talk more about that a little later. This thing is the most powerful car Mercedes make at the moment. 470 kilowatt and 630, well Mercedes says 639 brake horsepower and 900 Newton meters of torque, which is ridiculously fast. Merc claim 0 to 100 in 3.2 seconds and a top speed of 315 kilometers per hour. I believe it. It's ridiculously fast, and coupled with the 9-speed Mercedes-Benz gearbox, I believe it's a multi-clutch system. Very fast, quick changes, and it works well for the car, really smooth. Let me take you for a quick walk around the car and have a look at some of the aesthetics of this beautiful brute. So as we have a quick look around the car, you'll see that this car is finished in sort of a matte grey color. That's unique to the Edition 1. So is the nice metallic grey stripe you'll see goes all along the car, with yellow brake calipers, which are very big. I think these are 6 pistons to be specific. You can get it with carbon ceramics. I see this one does not have it. Very nice. It's a very muscular car. You see Mercedes, the lines are quite muted. It's very minimalistic. You get a stripe at the bottom with the Edition 1 package and a nice little side skirt that makes it look more mean. Of course, the brand new Mercedes Pan America grille, very aggressive in front. You can see the black front splitter, and those are some very nice intakes. Those ones at the bottom actually are movable. Once you start driving the car, they can open, and once you're at higher speed they can actually close if you don't need them, to improve aerodynamics of the car. Of course, these magnificent 21-inch alloys, 275, 35, 21. And this car is V8 bi-turbo 4MATIC Plus, and this vent is very fake, unfortunately for that. Nice gloss black mirrors, nice chrome accents on the door handles. What's the size at the back? I think they should be a little bigger. Oh, look at that, 315 3021s also. That is insanely big. This car has the massive wing. That's part of the aero package, and on the Edition 1 it comes with this also. I love the way this car looks, GT63S. Very thin lights at the back with the indicator, brake light, everything's in there. Same goes for this side. We've got lovely quad exhaust pipes with a nice big diffuser at the back. And we've got some scoops here, 2 inlets. We thought these were fake at first, but let me pop over to that side, you might be able to see it better. It actually has some holes on the inside, and if we look by the wheel, I don't know if you can see there are actually some holes, so perhaps some air from the tire or heating from the brakes goes out and exits through there. So I think overall it's a pretty stunning looking car. One thing I really like about the new Mercedes-Benzes are the keys. Have a look at that. Isn't that nice? AMG with the AMG at the back also. Let's have a look at the interior of this car. So as soon as you jump in the 63S 4-door, you feel very nice seats. They are actually Edition 1 seats, so performance bucket seats. They feel very well bolstered. You can adjust them in many ways, but they're actually pretty comfy. A little on the harder side, I would say, but generally very comfortable. And inside here, it is stunning, to be honest with you. Well, one would think that this probably is pretty much an E-Class. Well, you'd be wrong. These vents here, specific to the GT63S 4-door, you get them in the E-Class Coupe, but in the 4-door, you get them here too. And this is from the AMG GT, GTS, GTR. There's actually buttons on the sides, and there's 4 buttons on each side. So it basically symbols a V8 engine. If we look down, this one's to select all the modes. This is your drive select, put it in auto or manual for your gearbox. That's your suspension settings, traction on and off. That's your volume button up there. That's your auto start stop on and off. And that is your exhaust flaps to open and close them. And that is just a blank button. I really like that next to each button you have a screen next to it, so you can adjust them in real time, and your gear lever in the middle, of course. It really feels special and really stunning, to be honest with you. I love this interior, and the ambient lighting in this car is one of the best I've seen. It can get so bright in daylight, yet so dark in the nighttime. It feels like a real racing car. If you just look in front of you, you get this stunning Alcantara steering wheel with yellow stitching and yellow dial in the middle. And we've got drive select mode on the steering wheel. On the other side, you can adjust your traction control and suspension settings. And 2 massive screens in front of you, one for the speedometer and everything, and one for your entertainment. You can control the entertainment through the trackpad here, which is haptic feedback, or these dials right here on the left of the steering wheel. The right of the steering wheel is for the speedometer, and it's very easy to use. It's very configurable. It seems intimidating at first because there's so much you can do with it, but once you get used to it, you see it's really not that difficult at all, to be honest with you. It's a very sporty feeling. It feels genuinely special in this car. Let's hop into the back quickly, shall we? So Mercedes calls this a 4-door coupe because of, well, the sloping roofline, and the doors are pillarless basically. So at the back, because they call it a coupe, you think it was quite cramped, and well, to be honest, it's not that bad. Because of the sloping roofline, you think no headroom, but it's pretty decent headroom. I would say the legroom is not the best because of the performance seats in the front, but a really decent 4-seater, to be honest. Oh, and these back seats are also performance seats, so they also have pretty good bolstering, but because they performance seats, you cannot drop them, unfortunately. So you want more packing space, you can't on this one. If you order the car with normal seats, I believe you can drop it, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Now that we're done with the back of the interior, let's have a look at the boot, because this is a 4-door car, so it's supposed to be quite spacious. It's actually more like a hatchback because of the way it opens, leading directly. So the boot is really big, to be honest with you. No spare wheel, as you'd know, but the boot is generously big. Although I would complain the opening for it is a tad small, and there is a really big thingy that you have to get over. So if you want to put luggage in, it's a bit difficult because you have to lift it up quite a bit to get it out. But overall, very practical car, and of course electric. Let's start this thing up and hear how it sounds. So that was a quick little walk around and look at the new GT 4-door 63S Mercedes AMG 4MATIC Plus. Thanks again to David Motors and Suleiman for organizing this video, and if you enjoyed it and found it helpful, give it a thumbs up and stay tuned for more.